This is the Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants podcast, a show to help independent UK-based HR consultants get a pipeline of perfect fit, high-paying clients without expensive adverts, time-consuming social media activities, or energy-sapping and monotonous networking meetings. I'm your host, Nick Paninsky, author of How to Land Your Dream Client, a book which explains everything you need to know to get every sale and client you ever want. And if that sounds interesting, then make sure to grab your copy from the influential consultant website today. That being said, let's get into today's show. If you've been posting on LinkedIn, getting a few likes, made a comment from another HR consultant or two, but you're not getting clients, then this episode is going to save you a lot of wasted time. See, most HR consultants are using LinkedIn completely wrong. They think posting content will bring in clients, and it won't, because LinkedIn isn't a content tool. It's a lead gen tool. And by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly why your LinkedIn strategy isn't working, and more importantly, how to fix it. Before we talk about how to fix it, though, let's talk about the 5 biggest LinkedIn myths that are wasting your time. The first myth is that if you post content, clients will come. Now, that is not necessarily the case. Most of the time, they're not even your ideal audience, your clients, they're not even seeing your post. Because unless you're an expert copywriter or you've got an amazing video presence, then your posts are just a waste of time. And if you don't have a really dialed in audience and understand their pains and dreams, then your content won't even make a wrinkle on their thought process. So posting and hoping for the best, waste of time. Next myth, engagement equals success. Now, I don't need to tell you this, but I'm sure that you're aware, likes don't pay the bills. You could have all the likes in the world and you still won't have any money in your pocket. Equally, most people who see your posts won't even interact with them anyway. Most importantly, if your ideal client isn't getting into your DMs, then your posting is pointless. Third myth, I just need to be more consistent. Now, this is a myth because if consistency in a broken strategy, that just means consistently wasting your time. If you're posting just to maintain a habit, if you're posting just to tick a box, then all you're really doing, as I say, is wasting time. This is hopium. Myth 4, video helps because it puts a face and personality to your presence. Now, this is a myth because if you're great on video, then it might help. But if you're awkward, boring, or rambling, it just makes things worse. But even if you're great on video, if your content is crap, no one's going to be watching it. You're going to spend all that time creating the content only to upload it and then have crickets. Myth 5, if Beyonce and the Kardashians and the like of them, they can build a business on social media, then so can I. Well, that's not true because they're playing a different game. They have huge marketing budgets and nepotism. You don't. You need a strategy, not celebrity status. And this is something even small-scale influencers understand. That's how people get big on social media. They understand what their audience are looking for, and then they over-deliver it. They deliver value that people can't get enough of. So now we've talked about the myths of LinkedIn. Let's talk about the mistakes. Let's take a look at what that looks like at ground level. Let's take a look at what you're doing wrong and why it doesn't work and what to do instead. So first up, you post generic HR content instead of pain point driven content. So imagine you're a personal trainer and you're posting about what dumbbells are instead of how to use dumbbells to lose weight fast. It's the same for you and your audience. Your audience don't care about employment law. They want a solution to their problem. So instead of saying, here's what a probation period is, say, here's 3 things accountants always get wrong about probation periods. Do you see the difference? The second one really grabs hold of their attention because the accountant wants to avoid making mistakes with his probation periods or her probation periods. The second mistake is posting too much personal content. It's like going on a first date and talking only about yourself. They might smile and nod, but they're really wondering, what's in this for me? Now, personal posts are fine in moderation, but clients need to trust you as an expert face. So take this as your notice, Monday to Friday, business. Saturday, Sunday, post whatever the hell you want. The third mistake I often see is that HR consultants often talk to other HR consultants, not business owners. So imagine you're selling wedding dresses, but you're only talking to other designers instead of actual brides. Your content should speak directly to business owners who have HR problems, not other HR consultants. The fourth mistake I see is arranging coffees and calls with anyone and everyone. It's like going on a date with someone just because they said hi. Just because someone asks you for a coffee chat doesn't mean that you need to do it. For me, you should only take calls where there's a clear ROI. If they're not a potential client, then you've really got to be more protective of your time, of whether it's worth investing time getting on a call with them. Fifth mistake I see, and I see this regularly as hell, is posting content that someone else has told you to post. This is like if a doctor prescribes the same medicine to every patient without diagnosing them first. It's useless. Every patient has different pain, has different dreams that they want, and they need different medication to solve the pain that they're in. That's where your LinkedIn content comes into play. Your LinkedIn content should be tailored to your audience, not just copying whatever's trending or whatever someone else has told you to post. Be specific to your audience. Be the voice that they look for. Be the expert for them. The sixth mistake I see is waiting for inbound leads instead of actively starting conversations. So if you open up a shop, but you never tell anyone about it, you can't complain when no one walks in. So instead of posting and hoping, be proactive. DM your ideal clients, start conversations and follow up. If you need help with that, there is a script in my book. You can just copy and paste it, tweak it with ChatGPT's help if you need it, and then work it. Work it. Just get into DMs with your ideal clients. Start talking about business. The reason my script works so well is that you ask permission to do this. So it's not sleazy. It's saying, hey, I'm going to ask you about your business. Is that okay? At that point, the person has a choice. They can say whether or not they want to have that conversation or not. Then you ask one simple question and then you get an answer, whether or not this person is a potential client for you or not. And at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. That's what we're all on LinkedIn for, to get clients and leads for our businesses. So stop wasting time, start having direct conversations that are strategic and get into sales conversations. The seventh mistake I see is not getting leads and clients off LinkedIn ASAP. So if you rented a market stall but you never got customers' phone numbers, you'd lose them the moment the stall closed. So you need to get your prospects onto your email list ASAP. Social media is borrowed land. Someone could click their fingers and your account would be deleted tomorrow. That would be your business gone. Your email list is not the same thing. An email list is your asset. So in terms of that, you need to offer them some sort of lead magnet or just directly ask them if they want to join your email list. The eighth mistake I see, we've already talked about this, posting without a clear strategy. This is like going to the gym and doing random exercises with no plan. You'll feel busy, but you won't get any results. Every post should have a purpose. Generate leads, start a conversation, build trust. The ninth mistake I see is that people write posts that sound like job applications. It's like a personal trainer saying, I've got 10 years of experience in fitness, instead of, I can help you lose 10 pounds in 30 days. Focus on results and solutions, not your CV. No one cares about your CIPD qualification. I assure you, all they want are answers to their problems. The next mistake I see is forget to include calls to action. Now, this is like a waiter coming over to you when you're in a restaurant, handing you a menu, but never coming back to take your order. If you don't tell people what to do next, they won't do anything. The opposite problem to this is giving poor call to action. So telling people, please get in touch. This makes you seem weak and eager, not the position of an expert and not someone that people want to do business with. People want to do business with champions. So give strong call to action. DM me if you want to get solution, whatever it is that you're selling. So if all those activities don't actually get clients for you on LinkedIn, what does actually get clients for you? Well, I've got a 4-step strategy that actually works. Here it is. Step 1, identify your niche and your target market, aka stop marketing to everyone. Get crystal clear on your ideal client. Understand their pain points and the dreams that they have. Understand what myths and mistakes they make with their HR. Understand what they struggle with and how it affects them. That way you get their attention, you cut through the noise, and you show them that you understand their world. Step 2, build your network strategically. That means add hundreds of decision makers who actually hire HR consultants. You might want to consider signing up for premium LinkedIn and running searches with their amazing filters, because that's going to help you find ideal clients. Again, this is even easier if you have a niche that you're targeting. Finding 100 accountants is much simpler and easier than finding 100 SME owners, right? Nobody identifies as an SME owner. Step 3, get into the DMs. Your goal is an engagement, so don't worry about posting too much. If you can, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. Real conversations that lead to sales. So instead of posting and hoping, send a simple introduction message to 10 ideal clients a day. Again, there's a strategic script in my book, How to Build a 70K HR Consultancy. So just tweak it for your needs and get to work at starting conversations with your audience. Once you're in those conversations, then it's time to have a sales conversation. Because you've been prospecting, because you've been reaching out to them, that's not a time for you to charge for a consultation call. But the script that I share in my book does allow you to subtly check whether or not someone is financially ready and willing to invest in your solutions. So you're not wasting your time with people who are just not necessarily ready to buy HR services just yet. Step 4, capture the leads that aren't ready to buy yet. Get them to your mailing list so that when they are ready to buy, you're the first person they think of. And in your emails, send out quality information. Keep in touch. Become a trusted advisor and the number 1 HR consultant in the world. If you don't know what to send out in your emails, then go and grab a copy of my book and do the exercises therein. And if you want to, feel free to copy the emails I create, paste them into ChatGPT, and have it tweak the email content for your audience and their needs. I don't care in the slightest. Once I've sent out an email, I've lost control of it anyway. All I'd ask is that if you tell me you're doing it, ideally publicly on LinkedIn so I can bask in glory. And that's it. That's how to avoid wasting time on LinkedIn and how to actually get clients from LinkedIn. Now, to recap, most HR consultants waste time on LinkedIn because they post instead of actually getting into conversations with people. If you want clients, you need to be in the DMs, not the newsfeed. But if you do want to be in the newsfeed, then make sure that activity is getting you leads and clients. Otherwise, it's a waste of your time. In terms of next steps, if you don't have a copy of my book yet, then go and get it. It gives you an entire full LinkedIn strategy and the scripts so that you can start getting leads and clients today. If you do have a copy of the book, then start using it properly, especially the DMing strategy. Hopefully this episode has been useful to you, and if it has, then feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn and let me know. It'd be great to hear from you. In the meantime, get marketing, because without marketing, there's no sales, and without sales, there's no business. So get marketing.
Hey there, and thanks for listening to the Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, then please consider taking a minute to help us grow by sharing the episode with a friend or colleague, or by leaving a positive review on podchaser.com. And make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming episodes if you haven't done so already. I've been your host, Nick Brinsky, and if you've got any questions or you want to know more about today's topic, then feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'd be delighted to hear from you. See you next time.